They found their opening. It's Disruptor with the heal bomb. Vega striking quick and fast, but the Tombstone's down. Rid of it while Pash is still in pretty deep. They're throwing more orb damage out to the Queen of Pain. But the first blood is spilled and Vega will take it.
And now a little bit more control added to them there.
It's almost that situation where you feel like the Ember can function. Like, he's not getting huge DS. We're not seeing him with like high levels, but when Mag starts to rotate, you shift the Ember down the bot lane. Up with all these levels and farm. So it kind of feels like right now Vega's in a very commanding position.
Yeah, they are, and they don't end that far as well. With their two supports, they've been, you know, they may with solo going into mid, but I think that Dazzle and Skywrath can just sit here, protect their Ember, and
Chicky,
are they gonna try?
He went to Dragon Form. Now they don't have Glimpse of Valor. They can wall him up, but with Shallow Grave, it's it would have been a wonderful kill if they could get it, but the chances of that are very low.
Well, they forced a
still on the run, but the Battery Assault's making it difficult. There's the jump back, and you actually got him on the
Can
back,
he
but
get
then
him?
hook shot down. Mag is running away with the Breathe Fire just on the tip of it. Was able to reach Mag and bring him down.
Wow, that was such a clutch kill. That was beautifully executed as well. That TP from the Spirit Breaker was well.
This, you rotated the DK down. He threw out everything you basically had. You're committing your Nether Strike as well, and you're killing off the safe lane. Now, he had a hook shot too. So that's
a high priority kill. He will only be able to take the that are coming in every wave.
A little bit more defensive about top lane now. Their Observer Ward, which was sitting on the lane, is so they don't see the movement of Vega until they plant down a new one.
Yeah, they saw him, of course, take this stack in or jungle here, but they should try and force out another lane ward there. Very important to have for them.
So we got a little bit of a bait being prepared in mid. Observer and Sentry get really good vision across the mid, especially now we're in nighttime phase. You need to keep tabs on where Vega, including the Clockwork. Showing himself on bottom lane, so Mag, not showing a desire to gank on another lane, but that's because he's waiting for the Spirit Breaker to come in close. Now the vision, they don't see him. The vision is roughly around this point on the bottom lane.
Yeah.
And that's why you're trying to find out where XE has moved to.
Yeah, tried to, could not. And Clockwork going down there after he died using his hook shot was really the only thing he could. For Ember, and Clockwork will try his ganks.
Yep.
So that's probably what he's going to try. Stop the DK's early game. And if you just get a nice hook and call, it's an easy double race. Laning it up there.
How does CDEC even prepare to fight against this? Like, you know the Clockwork's going to start moving. You just try and, in fact, just do this. Like, you got an Observer Ward on the bottom river area. So, like, just see what you were talking about with Vega. Keep vision up against Spirit Breaker.
And DK actually play this one safe. You don't want to die much when you need to get your levels up and start taking down tier 1. It's the objective-based gaming hero.
Can they actually push?
It's difficult. Shadow Fiend always clears the wave so fast. I believe they need to combine it with the Spirit Breaker. Somehow find a pickup, find a gank, and then... Because if you don't...
Overwarding because it's so defensive, but smoke underneath the tier 2 tower now.
Yeah.
So this is what you were talking about. Find that kill, move into aiming as far as buildings go.
They will go for mid, I'm pretty sure.
For it.
They do not go on the illusion as they are smoking here, and they're going to run in for mid. They know there's Shadow Fiend and Dazzle heroes. Oh boy.
Yeah, he's coming over, and no one's so close. They start with a decay, and with also Nether Strike, no one being kept alive. And you'll also have the Shallow Grave looking to wind up for a couple of raises. He also in very, very deep here. No one will eventually go.
17.
There's that 17% bounce chance, and he gets a double on the Dazzle. So he'll end up dropping. And Vega, they do not come in to try and contest and take, because it would have been a 5-on-5.
Yeah. This is CDEC, and this is exactly because they brought down these heroes and moving everyone in here just to try and get defenses there. Clock trying, but it's too many.
CDEC of mind. Like you saw it from XE before, like you knew, okay, it's nighttime, we don't know where the M. At the same time, you're looking mean. And now, you just took the fight, you don't overstay your welcome, realizing the Clockwork is missing, and the potential for Vega to kills.
Yeah, without Tombstone, you don't want to stay there inviting me, and we're probably going to see a counter. Looking at the smoke from just the two supports of Vega, going Spirit Breaker, play towards these heroes that got a game with some farm and high levels, of course.
It is kind of funny though, like normally it's the Clockwork who moves around, not just the supports, but
sometimes it's better to just, because right now CDEC don't think that Clockwork is going to be ganging anywhere if he just plays alone. It's a pretty good play, but they don't see any of the supports anywhere. And Clockwork, Queen of Pain, sorry, is playing very defensive.
They might get to see Garda in a moment. Like, Solo is just twitching in the trees.
Yeah.
And now he'll come out. So they realize what's going on there. How's their bottom lane doing? Because the Ember Spirit is still fine. Poor man's shield, Bottle, it's looking quite decent for him. And it looks like there's also a Bracer on the courier for him.
Defensive items here. Trying to be aggressive onto the Spirit Breaker, probably not. But look at the Shadow Fiend and his CS right now. He's up at 88 last hits, 11 minutes in. That's very high farm.
Full mech 11 minutes. Does this now give Vega a position where they can push? Like, you're talking already about the ability to have your arm up and your bonus from that. If you add a mech on top of what Siemens already bringing to the fight, can Vega force a 5-man engagement against Tombstone and Disruptor and Sonic Wave?
I believe they can.
It's enough?
It's a lot about who initiates silence perfectly, or if you get a good Clockwork hook, you can definitely take the team fight. I still would give the edge purely based on heroes to CDEC, but having the mech is a huge factor. It's a really good fight before the one. Another smoke coming, going from CDEC. Yeah, find someone. They have 2 points in Glimpse, so 2 points killed. I think I can't really say that I agree with that, because maxing Glimpse is so much more useful in very many cases.
They're bringing in the charges on the way in, and Spirit Breaker will Ember back behind the tier 1 tower. They have to pull out this, or else they're going to be in way too deep. She cancelling actually underneath the tower. Disruptor only, it cancels off the Dazzle. He couldn't get a shallow grave. Isolating Mag on the other side. They Sonic Wave. They start. It's lost now for Vega, and they didn't get anything. Still in a great position for CDEC.
That's the initial. Oh, and they're actually going to find more hairs to keep charging.
After Solo, you do get the ulti off, and Pasha back in the fight, but the Scream up for the moment, but there's not enough damage.
So
they keep losing more, but maybe yes, a double kill in there. Chains cancels it, and this is the counter kill. This is what CDEC avoided in the middle lane, and what has happened to them on the bottom.
That was. They should just have played a little bit more safe there. They used up the Tombstone, then they proceeded to dive. You need to fight with the Tombstone, or Vega is actually really strong. That mech came into nice play. There. A lot of the AU damage, and they did not lose important heroes.
They committed so much for the kill. You see when Matt, he TP'd to the eastern side of the tier 1 tower.
Yeah.
You throw out to a Solo Clockwork. The damage output could have come from maybe somewhere else. Disruptor, yeah, Dazzle, and there wasn't that survivability coming in from him, but you expected all these different abilities and then to continue the fight.
Yeah, I mean, they dove really hard and killed the Clockwork Dazzle immediately, which was very... Well, could maybe have secured a tower, but you still have to respect the fact that Ember hurts a lot. He got 3 kills out of that fight, so he get a lot of levels and now has drums along with Poor Man's Shield, so he's pretty tanky compared to how he would be.
He's almost up to the SF's net worth. The SF's sitting at 5 right now, shy of 5.4.
Yeah, that's where 4.
Yep, and then you hit the Dire side. Then you hit the DK, and almost it's like he's going to put the Tombstone down and then a Spirit away.
Yeah, that's very good. He just forced a defensive Tombstone. That's a pretty long cooldown. You know, for a full minute, they can be a little bit more confident on their lanes and just farm without risking a full team erupting.
Yeah. What a great time as well for Vega to have a team fight on bottom just after you pick up the mech. Sweet timing there.
Yeah, they have to definitely be grateful for the good farm that no one has brought into this. If you didn't have the mech there, I think they could still have lost that. The
big box is this guy right here.
Yeah.
They ward so this area. Even into the later portion of the game, they still ward this area. Right?
Honestly, I know that everyone has seen this as well, because, you know, it's open, every team has seen it. And they just like, okay, we want that vision, but we don't want to get dewarded. What can we do? And this is a good... really.
And down the hatches, you realize, okay, we just made a mistake. Do you compose yourself, or do you best path to victory is aggression?
They need to compose themselves a little bit, but they have been trying pickoffs into towers, and that's what it is about. And I correctly, they just overextended a little bit that last time. So, yes, compose yourself, but the aggression completely, because then Vega will take over this game.
Well, they look like they're going to try and do it. We got a smoke, Skywrath as well as SF coming down to the bot lane. So, ensure kill seems like the plan. Weaver's already starting off, so there's not a lot of armor. With a Mystic Flare, the damage is not enough. Will be. The Skywrath mage is able to throw out a little bit more.
Yeah, just barely able to kill him there. They have so coming out from the Mystic Flare.
Yeah, DD on the SF.
Yes.
You want to do the top before CDEC can mount a response. The DD is the way to do it.
Definitely. And of course, CDEC attempt to take a mid tower during this time, but Clockwork is there. He's trying to set up for his team. A little bit too long, he will hook them. But they back off in good time here.
At the same time, though, you got aggressive on the top. So you've taken the tier 1. That's fantastic. A little bit of chip damage to the top, but Queen of space. And I ask you the question because it looks like it's nagging himself.
There's smoke as well. Look again. Just
For CDEC?
Yeah, they already in this game.
But also, like, what do you think aggressive? Like, should it be the Ags? Does the Ags fit?
Yeah, I think so. Because you frequent fighting when you look at the two teams' drafts. So having the lower cooldown on your is going to be very, very helpful. Also, it's a super long cooldown of 100 for a fighting spell.
DK picked up the Shadow when they went for that smoke. So they're looking for the kills, but they came out and they saw the Clockworks in tower.
Yeah.
They might have also flagged the fact that Clockworks picked up Blade Mail already.
Training stage, and sure, he died twice and doesn't have any assists or kills. Oh, he's going to try to deny. Oh, he doesn't.
Oh, he missed the timing for it. But now you can go for that hook shot. Get him out.
They just taxi him back after he killed one of his teammates. That's.
And now look at Vega. Okay, Queen of Pain. Yeah, you didn't bait out any big abilities from CDEC, but you instantly TP the Ember Spirit up to the top lane. You buildings. You try and choke out CDEC's map control.
Yeah, and CDEC don't really have a reaction to this. They had all their heroes top, so they're not pushing on a tower away so they don't get caught here as well. Obviously, they should tier 2, I believe, but they might even respect Vega that much.
Vega
they have to fight this.
Vega just... They'll notice the double stack. Q actually scattered it out. He pinged Parch's perfect position.
Yeah, so they can just go in and steal that. Stealing the double stack on the big camp would be nice, but moving S5, recognizing that, hey, we have...
Especially looking from the other Vega are just trying to split push and farm. It's a lot easier for a Shadowblade DK.
Yeah.
If it was a BKB, maybe this would be a better position for the DK to try and fight. But it's a Shadowblade. It's an initiation. What he's doing. He's coming close to Ember Spirit, attacks him to start. A Shallow Grave as well. Has he got a Spirit to get himself out of this one? You bet your Nelly. He's out and the SP's going to go down. Trying to avoid the Undying Tombstone minions, which were killing him off. They bring back no one. One more attack and he'll find the kill, but they keep him stunned up. Just till actually get the raise off. The Spirit Breaker brought back into the game as well.
Yeah, Spirit Breaker bought back, and it's going to be a back off from CDEC. With the Dragon Form being on cooldown, as well as the Tombstone, maybe they can just go straight and take the tier 1 mid.
Okay with that, because that's what with his Mac.
Yeah.
And then you could take out the mid. So you're right. So like, what do you then look at in return? Like you could bring cap and you'll see, okay, well we took out 2 heroes on CDEC, and there was a buyback. And what was in return? Okay, the SF, we managed to kill him off. That's fantastic. But the tier 1 tower gets nulled. You killed off an SF, he's going to get more money, didn't die, which I think is the critical point to take away from that.
Fight for CDEC. The buyback, of course, makes it hurt a little bit, but he had 1,000 gold, killing the for their team. They need the experience and gold that they get from killing him. Oh,
just trying to think about the end game. Yeah, there's your jump up. Spirit just move around. Clockwork hook shots in as well. And Garda, very, very dead. They'll glimpse the Ember, but he's not traveling too far. And on cooldown and one
sword on mid.
Yeah,
solo kill?
Yeah, he's thinking about it with Concussive. He's got Mystic Flare available.
HP.
And it only just wore off, so he couldn't keep the chase going.
Yeah, there's too much HP on a Spirit Breaker to really do that as a Skyrun. And then you have the 1 charges to think about as well. Bottom lane.
Full BKB for no one. 21-minute BKB mech. At the same time for the Quap though.
You know, by no means a fast Axe timing. So they're definitely struggling, but now with the Axe, they can fight more frequently with this.
There's so much net worth and gold going to Vegas.
CDEC have to try and put this Shadowblade to more use now, because there's a little bit split up on Vega when they're not going as...
You do it. Like, you want to try and catch the Ember out of position. The only thing you can do